Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from True Soul Intuition, and we're here to do a reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter and Mars, or any placements that you have that are in Pisces, to bring forward messages of clarity and honesty, to hopefully help you in any current situations that you are dealing with in love, life and spirituality. Bring any guidance forward that you may need, and a final word from Mother Isis just to round up the whole message. So thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. I do appreciate that. And if you're returning, thank you very much. I appreciate you having so much patience and waiting for these messages to come forward. All the boundaries and all the details are in my description box below this video, so feel free to follow me to Instagram and Facebook if you like to, and follow my friend Sarah, who does Twinlight storytelling for the divine feminine and masculine's Twinflame, if you're interested in that as well. So let's get into it, guys. Pisces, what's currently happening in the energy of Pisces, please? Ooh, conscious connections. Pandora's gift. Pisces, please. It's funny that that's fish too, by the way. Ooh, okay. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Okay. So you have conscious connections, Pandora's gift, and defend to the end the worthwhile. Now, what I'm getting from this, Pisces, is that over here you may be starting to actually make really strong connections where your actual consciousness is awakening. So you may see someone who's a lot like you, or see someone who's a lot, they're just showing me a reflection, the reflection of myself. So it's almost like you can see someone that you are maybe interested in, or interested in their conscious thoughts or consciousness. Now I feel like that's where a space where you want to connect is an awakening or an opening or an expansion of your conscious mind. And coming into this Pisces new moon, I can understand that. And I feel like you want to be more in flow with that intuitive space that you have, and you also want to stick out and be a lot more colorful in your life. Like, it's like you want to be heard, you want to be listened to, you want to be seen. And so often you may see a lot of people that say things that you want to say, and they are articulated a certain way, but you'd like for that to be articulated in your way. I feel like you've actually had to be quite vulnerable, and it's not a comfortable space for you, but it's sort of like, I'll bear it all right now. I'll bear it all right now to be able to be in the flow of the energy that I need in this time, and that is the intuitive space, okay? But over here we have Pandora's gift, and you may be actually quite interested in a subject or knowing, but it's almost like Pandora's box is what they're trying to refer to for this particular card. Do you want to open that can of worms, is what I'm hearing. Do you want to open up this can of worms, because you know that if you were to open up this can of worms, it's going to start some type of energy that may actually have you processing through a lot of emotions that you have been suppressing. Because with Pandora's gift, she's actually a rebel, a sacred rebel. So it's almost like you'd have to do the ultimate, you'd have to give up the ultimate thing, or make a huge sacrifice to actually really process what you need to process through at this time. But I also feel like it's a calling that may be coming towards you a lot as well, something that you cannot ignore, and it's sort of like taking off the mask or putting it on. Maybe a pseudonym. You may be using a pseudonym. You may be on a pseudonym. Why do I want to say that? You may be writing things but under a different name. You may be sharing messages but under a different name. You may be thinking about creating something but under a name that isn't your actual name. Like, I feel like I just heard the word pseudonym. So that's usually like when someone uses a false name to create so that they don't get persecuted. I don't know where I'm going with this, Pisces, but this is what's coming out. So here we have conscious connections, making connections with people that are expanding your horizon, your mind and your consciousness, and actually allowing you to be in the flow of who you are and to stand out and feel more seen and respected, and also a lot more knowledgeable, where you're bearing yourself to the world. So you may actually be just showing people who you are for the first time ever, because that may not have been a space in which you were comfortable with. It may have been a space in which you were not very happy with, but you know, suppressing the inner thoughts, your inner feelings about things was really hard. So to come out and bear it all, it actually feels like freedom, like you're allowed, you know, you're being given space to be you and be seen and be respected and loved. You know, it's all that kind of stuff. You know, you really need, it's almost like you just need a big old cuddle and hug, Pisces, from the right people, the people that make you feel whole. So you may be reconnecting with family members and people of importance that you love in your life. And here we have Pandora's gift. So definitely looking at moving forward into creating something that is totally different from what you know. And it's sort of like you're a bit scared to do it, I would say that, because for me this is the evolution of the butterfly, but you're actually going to see through the eyes of a butterfly. You want to see what it's like, you want to know, you want to feel, you want to touch it. This knowledge, this information, this feeling of wanting to create something but not knowing how to go about it, other than making the ultimate sacrifice. And it could be I just keep getting given a pseudonym. I don't know why. Like you want to write something, but not, you know, it's almost, okay, thank you very much. We get there in the end, Pisces, we do. Channeling. You want to channel something. That's why it's not from you. It's not, that's why it's a different name. It's you may be coming into a space where you're actually hearing a lot of different messages and wanting to bring those out, but understanding that they're coming from a higher space. And maybe you're tapping in with your spirit guides, maybe you're tapping in with angels, or maybe you're tapping in with the ancestors that are coming forward and giving you their message, and you're wanting to bring that forward. But it's asking a lot of you, because it's sort of stepping out of your comfort zone, and you may be afraid to process what's coming forward through them to you. It could be a lot of what we've got owl medicine here, a lot of things where you're crying, you know, like processing emotions. And that's the hardest part, is that, you know, and then embarking on this journey, embarking on this path, that you actually have to process a lot of information and knowledge and emotions that you may have actually suppressed and not shared, or you may have to go through a process of clearing out energy to be able to welcome in new conscious connections into your body. You know, like if you want to channel, you actually have to purge what is not good for you, what holds you back, what the darkness within. And it is in an emotional process for you, but it's a cleansing as well. So you're actually connecting and awakening your consciousness, allowing yourself to channel messages through you in a way that is asking a lot, like for you to evolve into somebody that you may not be ultimately comfortable in being, but in doing that and actually taking those moves forward, you're starting to process and clear out a lot of energy that isn't yours. And it's sort of like a purging. You're purging, Pisces, and that's not a negative. If you want to be in the flow of who you are, you have to let go of who you were, is what I just heard. Thank you very much. So we're going to bring in some spirit guides, and we're going to see what spirit guides want to come forward for you and see what they have to say for you, Pisces. So who'd like to come forward for Pisces at this time? What message would you like to bring forward for Pisces? Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. She's coming out a bit today. What other spirit guide would like to come forward for Pisces? Thank you. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Yeah. Interesting. So you have Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. That's right, because there's some type of channel that's opening up within you, and you're actually finding that this is an urge that allows you to be who you need to be. See how she's like in that red, and it's sort of like connection, the connection with the earth, connection with spirit, connection with your faith, whatever it is. It's something that's really strong that can't hold you back. And the thing about Mary Magdalene is that she actually had to go against what her family wanted for her to be in the presence of Jesus. You know, I know the Bible describes her as a prostitute, but actually she was the wife of Jesus in this particular deck. So I know that may contradict a lot of what people may feel and think about Mary Magdalene, but just know that conflict is what's happening within you as well, because you have a certain way of living and believing and going through your processes, and Spirit is actually asking you to do it a different way, and is asking you to now show people what you know, teach them what you know, before that knowledge is lost. Okay, and here we have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Okay, because sometimes how we grow up and how sort of like that nature versus nurture, how you've grown up, but you may find that a lot of the pain and heartache and trauma that you may be going through in this life was actually created in another. So you may be actually channeling a lot of your family's pains and wounds in order to heal it through you now, here and now. You may have chosen this path. You may be doing a lot of past life healing. You may be doing a lot of ancestral healing here with the ancestor spirit. You may be channeling a lot of ancestors coming in and sharing and showing you the way, because you may be moving closer to the light. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm going to bring out. So I'm just going to bring forward who may be coming towards you in love. The beaver. Let's see what your energy is towards the beaver in love. You have the dolphin and the bat. And let's look at the mutual connection. The elk. Okay, so you may be here, you may actually be connecting with someone that's quite homely now and very stable and very reliable. Like this is someone that's really reliable to you. And you with the dolphin and the bat, and resourceful as well. Someone quite homely, someone that is dependable. You know, you can rely on them, and you know, you can sort of create a happy home with this person. They're quite industrious in what they believe in and what they do. And they may like their food, is what I'm just hearing. They like to gnaw away at things, so they might be quite detail orientated as well, so they may really focus on the nitty-gritty things, but not afraid to dive in the mud to find that, to do what they need to do. Like this person is someone that will do what they have to do to make it good for you, for what I heard, for us. So this person really looks at you like, you know, you're the person for them. And over here, you're the dolphin, which is interesting because definitely, once again, bringing in that water element, really tapping into your emotional space, your healing, and your intuitive space. And here, just sort of being on the brighter side of life. I feel like it's sort of like you're stuck in between who you want to be and who you used to be. So the bat is actually not a negative. I'm actually going to read the bat as I can, because my channel, my my reading, I can take what I need to do what I need to do, guys, so just bear with me. The bat, darkness letting go, death leading to rebirth. So yeah, and I like that. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify, oh yeah, now, oh, isn't it interesting? Okay, it's weird what they said. You know, have you ever watched Shrek and Fiona, by day one way, by night another? So you may be putting up a really good front, but inside still processing So if you look at the bat and you look at that owl, definitely emotional processing happening in your mind, and it's a lot to take. It's been a, you know, like when it's sort of like you're reflecting on your life at night when you're alone, when things are quiet. So the bat waits for the darkness, for the moon to come out, and then it sees what it cannot see during the day. And it's funny because it's sort of like, I feel like you may really portray a happy space for those that know you, but underneath it all, going through quite a lot of energy of change. So letting go, which is like a purging, a cleansing, a clearing of your energy. But the connection, okay, this person is who they are. They are themselves. They have always been this way, is what they just said. They have always been the beaver to you. But you sway in between how you feel about things and how you feel about love. Sometimes you love it, and sometimes, you know, it's just sort of like, you know, just got like, it just sucks the life out of you because it creates a lot of emotional turmoil. And Spirit is now asking you to let it go. And that part, the shadow part of you, Pisces, has been really hard to let go. Because the really cool thing about the bat is it uses its senses. So definitely for Pisces, trust your instincts and know that your instincts are usually correct. And here we have the dolphin, fun, loving, playful, energetic, joyful, sensual, you know, moving through the emotions easy. Sometimes it's easy for you, and when it goes dark side, it gets hard and tough, and then you've got to process. So you are going through that light and dark space, and you're learning shadows and learning what the light is for you. So we're just going to bring in sorry guys, the music had stopped. So to make sure it was going. So just going to bring forward the fairy oracles. We're going to see what kind of guidance Spirit has for us. So with this connection, it's really strong and powerful as well, guys. So you may be going through a lot of your stuff, but you can rely on the old man's money. That's what I just heard in my head. So that when I hear songs and it triggers from a word, it usually means that this, you know, you can rely on this person so you can go through what you need to go through your process, because this person cares about you and is dependable, and like, they may not always make the right choices, but the choices that they do make are solid. Thank you, Pisces. Alright, let's bring forward these fairy oracle cards. Guidance from Spirit, Pisces, please. So here you have feline, the green woman, and unity. Just want to bring up one more card. Thank you. And now be the retriever. He comes out all the time. He's been coming out a lot across the board. So, okay, here we go. Really cool thing happening for you, Pisces. Just going to push these up so you can see them. Like I said, shadow aspects. But look at, you're evolving, you're changing, you're moving. Spirit is suggesting that you are starting to now care about home. Where the home is where the heart is, but your actual heart here. So you may have been going through a lot of negative space, like you may have walked this earth like feeling a little bit grumpy, a little bit negative, a little bit in our shadows, or the feline. Nothing was ever good enough, nothing was ever done, you know, things like that. And it's sort of like really angry about life itself. But Spirit is saying here with the green woman, since you've been looking after and caring for your heart, you're actually creating a space where you can be you, because the green woman is herself. Like she's connecting with her heart space, she's in tune with her heart space, and she's being herself. She's not trying to be anything else other than this, and she's keeping it down, she's holding it down, you know, like when it comes to relationships and home and family, this is important to her. She's understanding what is important to her, and slowly but surely she's becoming whole again, you know. For Pisces, you're becoming whole again. You're bringing in all the parts of you that were lost in past lifetimes and other lives, and you're bringing it into who you are. So two lives become one. Two becomes one. No longer duality of good and bad, and focusing only on what matters to you and who you're loyal to and who you can speak your truth to and your knowledge and your wisdom to. And really softening in your approach towards your life itself, like this flexibility that may not, and communication that may not have always been there. But it's sort of like you've been through a lot of change, and the thing is, it's really cool because whatever it is that you're starting to understand or channel into your body or channel into your life's energy, is that the softening of it is something that you really deserve right now, Pisces. It's something that you need in your life to actually allow yourself to have a little bit more. It's sort of like believing in your dreams again, believing in who you are again, and moving forward into that space. So we're just going to bring forward a message from Mother Isis for Pisces. Oh, okay. Actually, Erie's got these same cards. It's interesting. So you got this card, which is High Priestess, which is Pisces, and then you have this card, which is Isis, Knot of Isis. So High Priestess, a mystery is to be unveiled, a new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. And Knot of Isis says, part of your spiritual destiny involves a special relationship with the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in the world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to the goddess, and the goddess will want you to heal and purge what no longer resonates in your heart, in your soul, and in your body, Pisces. So it may be rough right now, but just know when this comes into the full wholeness and unity of who you are, you will feel so much better about everything, I guarantee it. Okay guys, thank you for joining me today and being part of this reading. Yeah, so take care until next time guys. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe, and until next time, take care. Bye.